let's just jump right into it. Let's roll and see what this is about.
When you become homeless, it's humiliating, especially the women. We don't say anything to anyone about it.
It's always this, especially for women. I mean, isn't homelessness sad and humiliating for both genders, or all 300 genders, or whatever, whatever there are these days? Maybe it's humiliating and embarrassing for men too, but it's always this narrative in today's culture. It's especially for women. It's especially hard for women. The economies, everything's harder for women and affects women more. Everything in society. It's like, God damn, there's almost no help for men. There's, a couple thousand women's shelters in the United States for abused women, and there's I think it's 0 or maybe 1 in the United States and Canada for men. There was one in Canada, just one in Canada that was shut down, I think when the guy passed away, or that was running it. But it's like everything's harder for women, but there's so much more help for women. So I don't like that narrative. I don't like the feminist narrative, the agenda, and the spin that's put on things, and how brainwashed women are. They always say that they're more victims, even if someone's enduring the exact same thing that they are. They're both homeless, they're both living in their car, they're both whatever. It's always harder for women somehow, always. And it's not just with this issue, it's with everything. And homelessness is sad, and that's why I'm covering this, because there's a lot of people going through this. But, some aware men just get tired of hearing this false narrative. It's always just harder. It's especially hard for women. We're just tired of it, Just like the Hillary Clinton thing, where the primary victims of war are the women that survive, not the men that die in the war. The primary victims are the women at home that have to deal with paying for the house and everything after the man gets killed, by bullets flying or bombs or whatever. And he's not the victim. He's not the primary victim. That's what she said. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that because I see the feminist agenda injected into all mainstream media and social media too. It's not just mainstream media, but it's into everything, including homelessness, where it's like, oh, men don't suffer. They don't go through shame or humiliation or embarrassment. Men don't feel things, right? Right? It's always especially women, and women, they're the most affected by everything. I'm not blaming her for being homeless, but let's see if she blames everything on her being a woman. And, there's not enough done in our society for women. Obviously, it's all stacked against women, and men get all the benefits and get all the help and resources, right?
My name is Judith, and I've been living in my car at 72 years old since the end of February. Good morning. I'd like a medium-sized black... Okay,
I just want to jump in here for a moment. Whether someone's a woman or a man, I do believe that if you have a no-fault eviction, there should be immediate help. In one of the richest, in probably the richest country in the world, America, should have help for people that are not addicts. And I'm not saying not to help addicts, but that don't become homeless due to addictions or due to this or that. If you see what I'm saying, this is no fault of her own.
Once a woman is single and aging, she has no safety net, none.
Pardon me, people, but once a woman is single and aging, there goes the gender injected into it again. You see what I'm saying? And you might not notice it as a woman, but men don't speak that way. Like, we don't say, well, as a man, and once you're a man that you're this old, or as an old man, or all this stuff. It's playing the gender card. It's almost the same thing as the certain people, I won't mention them, that play the race card all the time in America. And I'll just say it's not white men like me. All right? Let's put it that way. There are agendas trying to get you to see through those. And who doesn't get cared for? Nobody cares about men in society. Only what men can do for them. That's about it. And it's true. And Chris Rock, I believe, said something about that. If a man goes missing or something, nobody gives a shit. And men are only loved if they can do something for you. Everybody loves women, children, dogs, cats. But, men are just discarded. And that's the way it is. So gender has a huge impact. Same thing in public. If you see a woman slapping a man around, slapping his face, hitting him, yelling at him, saying you did this, or, I hate you, or whatever she's saying, F you, you cheated on me, or accusing him, or saying whatever, you're so stupid. People laugh. They watch that and laugh. Reverse the situation and see what happens. People jump in, they'll grab the guy, whatever. It's totally different, the reaction. It's the way it is. But women should know that too. Guys know that as boys. We pick that up as children. I don't think women do as girls. And they're getting away with a lot of shit in society, and it's got to be called out. Of course, men, we can just pee standing up, so we have everything better. We have every advantage biologically and in society. I mean, you run wild with this stuff and go right over the edge, but that's what feminists do. And I've seen them do it. I've seen them do it on Facebook. I've heard them do it in person. I've seen them do it on TV and everything else. So, okay, just for a second, I want to hop on to Google Images, the Google Images, as Jan Levi's would say. And, it's not young women that follow this feminist, and it's not older women. It's not a large number of women that follow feminism and follow the agenda and wear the uniform, literally put on a pink pussy hat and dress like everyone else there in, huge crowds. It's not a lot of women that are following this feminist Kool-Aid. They can't just fill up enormous crowds. It's just a few angry man-haters, right? That's how some people try to minimize it and lie to men. And I'm sorry, but you're not fooling me. I saw through this many years ago. I made memes. I used to expose this on Facebook. It would trigger some women, but I did wake up some women. Here and there, I woke up a few. But for the most part, most American women buy into this agenda. They drank the Kool-Aid. Most Canadian women bought into this agenda. It's just the truth. And that's what's going on. So men, I'm not the only man that sees it. And it's injected into everything. They're so oppressed. They got these big smiles on their faces. And, so they're free to dress this way and be offensive in public. If a man did this in public, probably be arrested for being indecent or something. There'd be some charge. But women can do all kinds of shit and just act childish. And this is the way it is. This is modern women. And if you're getting upset, then you're defending this, okay? That's what you're doing. So you want to defend this? Do these women care about children when they're putting on pink pussy hats and talking about pink pussy hats and everything that's inappropriate for children? No, they don't even think of that. They just bring their kids along. Stop violence against black girls, It's always like, just them, right? Not stop violence. Who cares about violence against boys or white boys or white girls? But you see what it is? Like, I can't break through to some of you. Some of you are too far gone. And it's unfortunate, but I can't help everyone. They push these agendas. They have big billionaire money behind it, and you fall for it. And you bring your children into it, You indoctrinate your own little children into this. Think you're on the side of good. You have no idea what you're following. And you know what? I'm going to go this far, and you may not like this. But if you're following this shit in this realm, good luck to you after you leave your body in the afterlife. Because if you're duped by this stupid shit that's so easy to see through, good luck to you. Just good luck.